What's going on? It's D-Man bringing to you the last part of Paper Trail. A nice little walkthrough tutorial just in case you're struggling on it. I am a little bit late on this, and this part wasn't that hard. It was just a little bit tedious. Took a while to do. So let's go ahead and jump into this. The first thing you're going to do is go to the origami dove, and in this dove is a maze. Now, we used to do things like this when we were younger. You're just trying to get from the start to the end. Now, throughout the maze, there's two 11-digit codes you need to find. The first 11-digit code comes from all the numbers you hit going from the start to the end. The second 11-digit code comes from all the numbers you miss going from the start to the end. And these two numbers are the same, I believe, so these two numbers are right here. The top one is all the numbers you hit, and the bottom one is all the numbers you miss. Now, if you put the top one in on a D.U.P intranet website, because it's an 11-digit code, you're going to come to a little diagram that you don't need right now. You're going to save that for later. But if you put in the second one, that's going to bring you to the next part of Paper Trail, because they'll tell you that Celia has been doing all these graffiti arts all over the city, and they're going to make you take pictures of all these graffiti arts, and that's going to lead you to your next clue. So once you get done doing that, you go back to the infamous website and you see you have two new clues: Dove Tag Photos and Delson's phone. So you know you're going to need a 12-digit code. So go ahead and open those Dove Tag Photos, and once you do that, you'll be able to see the pictures you took up close. Now, what you want to do is go back to this diagram that we received from the first 11-digit code from the maze. Now, this part is really simple, because whatever area is shaded, you're going to look at the diagram and put that number. For example, you see in this picture right here, the bottom right part is shaded, so I'll look at that part on the diagram, and the only number there is 2. So the first digit to my code is 2. It's really simple. So once you get that 12-digit code, you'll be able to put it in the phone, and that leads you to the next part of Paper Trail. And then this part of Paper Trail, you're going to have to chase down Celia, and she's going to lead you to her lair or her apartment where she stays. And in this apartment, you're going to have to look around and find 5 D.U.P agent codes. That's 5 11-digit codes. So the first 2 comes from matching up these webs on the wall in the origami dove. The first web goes with origami doves 1 and 4. The second web, however, goes with origami doves 2 and 3. So how do you get these codes? Well, I'll break it down. Take the top left origami dove and match it up to the web. Now, on the origami dove, you'll see spots like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So you go to 1 on the origami dove. Look at where 1 is compared to the web. Whatever number is there on the web, that's your first digit. And the same goes for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And once you do that, you should come out with an 11-digit code. So remember that we're looking for 5 11-digit codes. So the first web will give you the first 2 codes. The second web will give you 2 more codes. And a lot of people miss the 5th code. And the 5th code is actually right there in plain sight on the wall. So once you open these up, you're going to put all these codes on the D.U.P intranet website, and that will lead you to different case files. Now, you notice in these case files, you'll see the same thing: 2 agent, and then an agent number that's blanked out. But if you have all the case files that you need, you can figure out this agent number no problem. It's basically like filling in the blank, because different case files gives you a different digit. So once you get this, you're going to want to keep it handy, because you got to go back to Celia's lair and go to the computer, and you're going to want to type that digit in, and you're going to want to answer 2 questions. The first question will be, who was I? And the answer to that is Hitori. And the second question is, who have I become? And the answer to that is Sase. And once you do that, you'll be able to jump back on your PlayStation 4 and finish off Paper Trail Part 6. So during this part of Paper Trail Part 6, she's going to go over her story, go over what she's been through, and why she's the way she is. Now, a lot of people thought that you would get paper powers after this DLC. I did too, I'm not going to lie. But you do not get paper powers. You do get a vest, however. It's a pretty nice vest with an origami dove on the back. But Paper Trail is fun. It was able to stimulate my mind a little bit. I like these type of things, and I hope everybody else had fun with this also. Thanks for watching the tutorials. I really appreciate it. Talk to you all later. Peace.